Hi, my name is Amtanis Shukri, and the purpose of this video is to explain how the FileInfoRetrieval class works and how exactly it can be used and how it's useful. So there are three methods in this class that I created. There's retrieve directories, there is retrieve files, and there's find terminal executable. These two, retrieve directories and retrieve files, are mostly just for traversing directories and getting information, getting files, things like that. And then this find terminal executable is specifically to use a unique terminal path, which is this path right here, this here. What you do is you give it this path, it will traverse, it will find this origin text file, it will read this, the contents of this file, it will traverse to this path as well, go here, and then it will find if there's an actual terminal exe. And that is what that is used for. And all of these return arrays of either file info types or directory info. And here is just a video that I made this file just to demonstrate that it actually works. And so you can see here we're going to do directory info and we're going to retrieve directories, right? We're going to go to this path and it's going to retrieve the directories here. So what it should be doing is going to this directory and giving us all of these directories that are in it. And then this one, retrieve files, I have it set to go to the same path, but then it's going to go further into help, and it's going to give us these files. And then finally, the retrieve files takes in a file extension as a parameter as well, so it's .chw, so it should only give us this one file. And then finally the find terminal executable, this is going to give us an array of all the exes that correspond to this terminal, so it will give us uninstall, it'll give us terminal, it'll give us meta editor, things like that. So if we run this, you can see over here we have directory list, we have file list, the chw, and then we have meta editor, terminal, uninstall, etc. Now the really good thing about this, first of all, let me show you here. So give you instructions on this. This asterisk indicates that any number of characters can be anywhere in this file. So the only thing that matters is the .chw. If we were to put a question mark, that would mean only one character can precede the extension. So, and I wrote some instructions. So for instance, it would only return, if this existed, it would only return this because it only has one character here. But for instance, if you put the asterisk, this would be able to be returned abc.text instead. So if you want all the files in the directory, you simply put an asterisk, and then it'll give you every single file here. So for instance, in addition to this, a good thing about these functions is that it allows you to do specific things with the files that you get. So for instance, this fil is the files in this array, and if you go here, you have a bunch of different methods that you can do. You can, so copy to, it copies an existing file to a new file. Create, you can create a file, you can create a text file, you can delete the file, you can get the directory name. So here, let's say if we did file directory name instead, if we ran that, instead of the file name, it's going to give us the path to that file. And you have a lot of different things that you can do, as you can see here. So file, you can check if the files are equal. The specified object is equal to the current object. If you can check if it exists, you can get the extension, the full name here. That would print See there, with the path with the actual file name as well. And you can, another good thing is you can replace, you can open files in specified modes, lots of things. And that's pretty much what these functions are for. So if you have any questions, you can email me. Let me type real quick my email here at fiu.edu. Yeah. And I think that about does it. The instructions are here, and you should be able to use these pretty easily. All you have to do is supply the path, and then for the retrieval of files, the file extension. Thank you, and